I'm ready, perfect luck, found a way.
And there's a delay vocal.
True love,
There's a reamped vocal here, which was...
come on, I'm ready, perfect luck.
So I think Dan had sent the main vocal out through some guitar effects pedals or something like that. So my goal really was to make those vocals a bit deeper in terms of depth in the mix. So when you're listening to the song, they take up a bit more space sonically. For me, it was finding space both in terms of the EQ and the tone, as well as also the width of the vocal. This is the main vocal that we've already heard. It's got an effect on it. I didn't apply this effect.
Good, come on
So that's what was sent to me. And then I've layered that first with another channel, which is a duplicate of this, and I've added the dirty tape.
Good, come on
It's got a stereo phasing type thing going on. I've compressed it
Good,
quite a lot, and then EQ'd out a couple of maybe the SC type frequencies or the harsh frequencies, and then put that with the vocal.
good, come on
And suddenly the one that's not affected and the one that has the tape effect of kind of moving with each other or moving against each other, I should say, to create more of a chorusy effect. So that's an effect layer. The high vocal, we've got the dry here.
Good, come on
That's the original. And then I've layered on a duplicate of that. And this time I've added an altar boy on to make it an octave higher. This is the Soundtoys altar boy. So this was to create that extra harmonic sound above the vocal, if you listen to them together.
Good, come on
And then on that, I've compressed it, EQ'd out the top end, and I put a really cool reverb called Realm on there, which is a massive sort of sounding reverb. And then again after that, I've basically EQ'd out some of that high end, the SE harsh frequencies to make it soft. So that's in there, and those four together.
Good, come on I'm ready.
And then the reamped one that was sent through sounded like this.
Good, come on
I think that's got more effects that Dan had put on. So then I've actually taken that track, EQ'd out some of the kind of boomy frequencies, the low mids. I put a cassette plug-in on it, which I really love, and I've used a clean tape mode. I put the spread up, and really what this is just doing is just imparting a little bit of a saturation effect on it. And then I'm putting the decapitator on, which is another saturator. So I really wanted to position this vocal reamped bit as a bit of a tonal saturated layer. So yeah, that's so far just all of the vocals with effects added. And then I've got this really cool vintage 1980s multi-effects unit called it's a Yamaha Rex 50 or REX50, and they were like state of the art when they came out in the 80s, but now you can get them for 50 quid. And it's really fun. I use it a lot because it's quite odd and it's got a sort of certain vintage digital aesthetic to it, which I really like. And so what I've done there is I've basically sent out the vocal through the Rex 50 using different presets and then putting it back into Logic Session. I've done that 3 times. So the first I've used is a stereophonic, which is a really kind of a weird stereo chorus widening type effect. This is that.
Come on I'm ready.
And this is on the high vocal. And then I've done a phaser.
Good, come on I'm ready.
And then I've done on top of that, I've done a flanger. And then all of these have got different EQs going on to sort of help them slot together. But really, it was all about just making it sound a bit mad and making it sound spacey, sort of psychedelic, just layering and building and making that vocal just sound big. So if you play all the vocals together, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 10 layers. It's insane. And then if you play together,
Good, come on I'm ready, perfect love.
so yeah, that's the vocals. I'm going to mute those now and we're going to look on to